Saturday, let's get fucked up on Saturday.
On
Hey, me and Matt, Killer Kyle here.
this Saturday evening,
Yeah,
well, getting ready for Rebellion.
yes, sir.
Should be a good show.
I think so. I hope so. Looks like a good card. I
Yeah.
just actually edited, and uploaded the Dynasty predictions,
Yes,
so you'll see those. Hopefully.
exactly.
So,
We got Bobo's chicken on the way.
yeah, I'm not sure if you guys get that in the United States or elsewhere, but we just got it here in Peterborough, Ontario. So, yeah,
I believe it's like not I believe, it's like a Korean fried chicken
it is. Yeah.
place. They got, your bone-in chicken, your boneless chicken, chicken sandwiches. They also have tteokbokki, which is a rice cake. That's a very typical Korean dish.
Well, that wouldn't taste like the rice cakes you get at the grocery store. Like, I can't remember the brand.
Probably not.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine it'd be different.
Yeah.
And then as far as like drinks, you got your base, your standard canned pop, and then they got like milkish and tea and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to trying it.
Oh, yeah. No, me too. We've been talking about that for a while now. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But as you're going to find out in the next Dynasty video, apparently I'm going to be away for a while. I'm going to get some renovations done in my apartment. So I'll be here off and on. And hopefully, well, no, I believe we'll be here for WrestleMania. As far as predictions go, I'm not sure.
Yeah, predictions we'll have to figure out.
So, am I happy about it? Do I look happy?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's okay. I just got back from 4 days spent in the hospital.
Right.
And then to come back to my parents for a few days, and then I came back here, and then it was like yesterday or the day before, I find out that my bathroom is gonna be done. Like, so, yeah, it took time, but apparently not that much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she'd be happy about it, but
You're happy about their bathroom being renovated? Not so happy about the timing.
yeah, timing fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But, that being said, and then we do have a good night ahead of us.
Indeed.
So, there's actually a band who is playing at a bar that actually Val Venus and Bobby Roode used to bounce at the Pixier.
Oh, yeah.
So, I thought about it, and then of course I got in the hospital, and then I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, really,
Because I do. I tend to think about going to shows, and then it doesn't end up happening. So, and the weather is pretty nice out.
Yeah, I mean, today's better than yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it should gradually get better, I'm sure.
yeah.
But yeah, I went for a walk today on our local cheesecake bakery.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, they have these croissant cheesecakes, and so
Nice.
I got one today, a blueberry, and a dirty soda, which is quite popular
Yeah.
in North America. So,
For those of you that don't know, dirty soda, you can get it, I'm sure, or you can have it alcoholic or non-alcoholic, but it's basically soda, and I've seen it typically done with like a heavy cream.
So I actually did try it with the cherry cream, cherry float, I guess.
Yeah,
So it's actually really good. So
I got a dirty. I got a dirty. There's one time Matt and I went to Boston Pizza for dinner, and they had a dirty soda there, and I ordered it. It was a dirty Dr Pepper, I think. And then so we're eating dinner, and then you know we leave to come back here, and Matt said, or maybe it wasn't on the way back, but it's after we finished eating, or whatever. Matt goes, that looked like doo doo water. Put it that way.
I don't remember that. Wow. Yeah, well, it did. Even the one I had didn't look very appetizing, but it was pretty delicious.
To me, the concept seems like okay. Everybody knows about a float, root beer, Coke, whatever, with ice cream. This you're just swapping out the ice cream for a heavy cream, a thick, well, like for heavy cream to still get that same cream taste and texture, just without just not ice cream.
Yeah. So, okay, man. No, yeah, trying to think here because I know that we watched the Chris Van Fleet with. Well, I watched it with Big Show, the interview, and then we just watched the Liv Morgan one.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway through SmackDown. Did you see SmackDown yet?
No.
Then I guess we're gonna finish it together after this. I know a lot of people are like pissed off that Pat McAfee is back and aligning himself with Randy Orton.
Right.
But what did you expect? Like, celebrities have been in wrestling now for a very long time.
Well, okay. I feel like it was what we had talked about. Was it yesterday or maybe last week? People were probably expecting his dad.
Yeah,
You had mentioned Ted Jr.
yes.
and get Pat McAfee's like, okay, random.
Well, and you look at, um, you look at a huge suspenseful who's it going to be, and then it's a letdown. I
Yeah.
don't think Pat's a letdown. I think
No.
people just are disappointed. I think he's doing a good job of being a heel. He's definitely pushing the limits.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's what Netflix is there for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And again, they're starting to bring out what I think we all are thinking, like, we have to fucking lower the ticket prices
Yeah.
for, like, wrestling and all that stuff. Because, I mean, and even in concerts, like, I probably told this before, but there was a story where Billy Joel had noticed that his real fans were in the nosebleeds or whatever. Well, you had people who paid an arm and a leg to get front row seats, and they're not even fans. So I can't remember how he made that happen, but I think he just told the security guards to bring the people from the back to the front. Because I've seen it too, where people just get front row just because they can, and
Yeah.
they don't even enjoy the show.
my thoughts on that are, why would you go to a show if you're not into gonna be? Why would you go to a show if you're not even into the artist? Let's say, and maybe they are, but not as much as like the diehard fans, if you will. The diehard fans are in the fucking nosebleeds because it's way cheaper than floors, front row. Let's say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because when I looked at was WrestleMania 40 where Steve had the Zamboni. Well, it wasn't a Zamboni.
No, it was the ATV.
Eve TV, and he crashed into
The barricade.
yeah, which knocked the stick woman on her ass or something.
Right.
She was gonna have a go at him, and then Nick Khan had to like pay for whatever. It's like
Yeah.
you paid for the seat, shut the fuck up, and watch the show.
Exactly. You pay for the seat. Shut up. Enjoy the show. It was an accident. Calm the hell down. Don't be getting your titties twisted.
Like that just pisses me off, you know. Like I was watching somebody did front row seats, view of the front row seats to Metallica when they played the Sky Dome last year,
Right.
and I can see I've saw more of Lars than I wanted to,
Yeah.
but I'm like I wouldn't go, oh my god, he's exposed. That's it. I'm suing because my eyes hurt.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, you not really see Lars. So what?
Yeah.
You still get to enjoy the music.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and that's it because I mean, even where we live, there's a music fest here,
Yes.
and I watched.
Big Rack.
Yes.
And the Lady Peace.
Oh yeah, that was something else. Yeah, Big Rack was the last one I saw,
Yeah.
and the winners of the contest, whatever it was, got to sit at his big comfy couch in front row. And Ian Thornberry had a go at the audience in the front row because it looked like they were just about to fall asleep.
Right.
Don't fall asleep in my show. It's like, well, you know, they won, and I can get. I mean, also, by the way, it's a free show. I'm not complaining.
Exactly.
It's a free show.
Yeah.
But that being said, if you're gonna sit front row, at least look enthusiastic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, get to sit in this sit on a couch watching the shows. Like, that's pretty cool, but like, yeah, I can see or I can understand you can say disappointment. Like, these people won a contest, they're sitting front row and then they're nodding off. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I mean, look at the concert that you paid for,
yeah,
and a lot of the old school '80s bands are, now lip syncing to music
right,
on stage, and Kid Rock actually did that, which was bullshit. And it's like you're paying a couple grand because that's how expensive tickets are, I believe now.
yeah,
And you're on stage lip syncing and being air banned basically,
yeah, exactly.
which is yeah. And it's ironic because Paul Stanley said years ago in an interview, yeah, you're paying an arm and a leg to see Kiss, but you're also getting like pyrotechnics and
Yeah,
big ass robot monsters and cool shit like that. Well, nowadays, Kiss are on stage, not even 80 years old, and they're doing a half-ass performance.
yeah,
The fact is yeah, once you get that old, your voice isn't going to carry as well as it used to.
yeah,
But don't cheat the crowd.
exactly.
But enough of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, this is going to be an interesting WrestleMania.
For sure.
I don't know. I like the build up this year. I don't know about you.
Build-up's been pretty good. Well, better than last year.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think Jade and Rhea have had a good run.
Yeah.
A good feud, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting sick of the bromance, or I guess sister man, with Io and Rhea.
Uh,
Like they broke up because Io went to Raw and Rhea stayed on SmackDown, but for some reason they're still taking. So I guess there's no real point to that.
well, they were both on Raw. Then
Yeah,
Rhea went to SmackDown to challenge Jade. And then, Io got involved because, Michin and BFABs aligned themselves with Jade, and, they, beat down uh, Rhea, then they beat down Io. Then I know yesterday, was it? Yeah. Jade and Io had a match against each other.
that's right.
And
Oh, yeah, I can actually list up. That's still on the Netflix SmackDown I'm watching. Danhausen finally had a match.
Danhausen finally had a match. Royce Keys finally had a match.
I was just gonna say that, yes. What did you think?
I mean, Royce Keys faced Roberto Carrillo. Danhausen faced Kate Wilson.
Yes.
They're really taking this whole curse thing to a completely different level.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's WWE in a nutshell.
I think that makes it more entertaining
Well, that is true, yes.
than it's just, you're cursed. And then, like, okay, the person that is cursed just carries on like nothing happened.
Oh,
At
that's
least
it.
with the cursing, it's like there's consequences to it, if you will.
Yeah, oh,
Like it's an actual curse.
yeah, and see, that's what, WWE takes something and they make it their own.
Oh yeah,
It could be good, it could be shitty, but this is actually what makes sense.
yeah,
As far as, Hobbs goes, that was a good match. The
Right.
backstage interview was interesting.
yeah.
So, only time will tell to see where he goes.
Oh, for sure.
But also, New Japan just lost Evil. So, there's a rumor that he's now going to be called up to WWE. But he thinks that he should be on NXT, which makes sense.
Yeah,
So, we'll see where that goes because Kushida was on NXT for a while.
yeah,
Man, there's another guy that got to keep his name.
exactly.
That's what I found different from NXT to Raw and SmackDown. Like, they got to keep their name.
Yeah, you went to NXT. You were who you were on the Indies, or another promotion you were with. Kushida, Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, Kevin Steen became Kevin Owens, but I mean,
Kenta became Hideo Itami.
yeah,
Hanson and Rowe became American Ivar.
yeah.
So,
I mean, they were Hanson and Rowe for a little bit,
yeah.
and then they became Eric and Ivar.
Although something interesting that I thought about too, because and we were watching that last night, James Storm on NXT.
Yeah,
And I remember when I saw that, I'm like, holy shit. First of all, he's on NXT. It's only a matter of time before maybe Bobby Roode shows up. Well, he showed up a few a year or so later,
Yeah.
but that was cool. But then Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards show up as the American Pitbulls.
Right.
And I wanted to throw my TV out the fucking window.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because we already had the Pitbulls.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not talking about Kid Cash and Jamie Noble.
No.
So they made the right choice by going back to, I think it was TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Davey spent a long time in Ring of Honor, at least when I started watching.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Eddie Edwards was, unfortunately. So, and then he came back to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Then they came to TNA. Then they had that awesome feud with Team 3D and Hardys.
Yes.
So,
I seen on Impact on Thursday there was a tables match between the Hardys and the Righteous.
okay. There we go. Yeah.
I think it was for the tag titles.
Right.
So that'll make tonight interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it looks like a good card.
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean, like, again, we'll see where this goes. I'll be back sooner than later.
Exactly.
So, just kind of pisses me off. And it's hard for me to hide my emotions. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. We're doing this today, and we did a Facebook Live yesterday.
Yeah.
We talked about quite a bit on the Facebook Live, and we don't necessarily want to be repeating what we said yesterday, so trying to talk about new things. I mean, we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so we'll see what happens next week and next weekend, I guess, and then go from there.
Exactly.
But anyways, so yeah, subscribe to Killer Kyle 36,
Indeed.
me and Matt's World, and yeah. Shit on your mom's face.
Yeah.